Okay, folks, today is leg day. And you're probably wondering, what the hell is he talking about? No, this is not the exercise channel. This is Comics and Collectibles, and I am Patrick. What I'm working on here is the life-size Mannequin / Carnage statue project. And I want you to take a good gander at these legs here. Hold on, let me find a pointer. All right, I guess this will have to do. It's all I can find. Right here, just follow the leg up. If you're into anatomy, or if you understand anatomy, if you understand the human body, you'll know what I'm talking about. And maybe it's just my perception of what the human body should look like. So this is the way I envision this body, or this mannequin rather. Okay, slim down here. Hope you can see my little pointer. Slim down here, and as it goes up, gradually it gets bigger because the muscle is here. And then it goes back in a little bit because there's mostly bone in this area. All right. And then it widens because of, I forget the name of the muscles here. Wait, okay, there I am. I forget the name of the muscles here, but you know, the thigh muscles, quads, whatever, I can't remember. It gets a little wide, but if you look right here, it's kind of caved in, or was it concave? Yeah, concave. I guess I can live with this. That's not bad. Okay, I can live with this part here. That's fine. And on up. The legs, okay, I can live with that part. Now this one, okay, this one is turned a little to the side. Okay, I was thinking that this one was a little bit thicker at the bottom, but it's okay. I can live with that. All right, now that's the front view. Hold on, there's more. Now here is the side view, and this is where problems start for me, or where I have problems, all right? Okay, let's start with the foot. Manny is about 6 feet tall. So his toe should be somewhere right here where my pointer is, right in that area. So his feet are too small. I'm going to extend the feet, make them longer. And his heel could be a little bit longer. He needs more heel, okay? I'm going to add some more heel to this. And if you can see my line right there with the marker, can you see it? Right there. I put a mark there with my marker to indicate where I wanted to cut in a little bit, because if you can see, I know that sun from underneath the door may be interfering a little bit, but if you can see here, he looks like he has elephant legs. It's real thick here, and it continues to be thick right here. And again, this is in my world, all right? The calf should come out, and then it should start coming in a little bit. It should get thinner right along here. It's not. So this mark is to indicate where I was going to cut. But I think I'm not going to cut here. Instead, what I'm going to do is come up here. I'm going to cut away some of this right there to thin out that part of his leg. Now, let's move on up. And as you can see, it continues to be thick. It's too thick, all right? Now, Carnage is slim, and he's muscular. But he is not this thick. This is just too thick for Carnage. All right, and as you come up, and you can see here, you know, I'm probably going to be called Dr. Frankenstein or something for the way I'm cutting on this mannequin, but that's all right. The end result will justify my means. And I already cut away part of it here. If you saw the other video, you know that this pretty much came straight down from the back of the thigh to the calf. It was basically straight up and down. So in order to correct that, I cut away some of this, and I'm going to fill this back in using clay and whatever means I can find to repair it. And it's going to come in a little bit, and then up here behind behind the thigh, it's going to come out. Hope you can follow what I'm saying here. Okay, I'm trying to show you. You probably can see it a little bit from this angle. It's gonna start coming in a little bit, then come back out at the calf right there. Okay, so I hope that made sense, folks. All right, and here we go. This is what I have done so far with the legs, and I will be doing both of them like that. And let's see. And if you look from the rear, okay, I think I saw something wrong with these legs from the back. Okay, but I don't see it now. Maybe I'm overlooking something. All right, folks, but that's where we are. I will continue working on Manny. And I hope you continue to watch. Stay tuned, subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching the video and thank you for supporting the channel. These are tools of the trade. All right, folks, I'm about to fill the holes in the back of Manny's legs, and I stuffed some cardboard in to fill some of that space so I don't use too much of this in there. I don't want to use it all here, and I want to try to put some on his hips to show that hip bone as we saw in the picture. Also, I want to try to put some up around his rib area to expand his abdomen, not his abdomen, but his torso, make him wider. We'll see how that works out. So yeah, just trying to save a little bit of this for later. All right, now I'm going to attempt to spray this while I film, but if I get clumsy and start dropping stuff, I'll stop and show you the after results. So let's see how this goes. Don't come out, stay in there. Trying to fill in all of those holes and cavities in there, so when I start carving on it, it doesn't just all fall out. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. That's it for now. I'll be back with more. Stay tuned. Once this dries, I'll shape it and we'll go from there. Bye. All right, folks, this is your warning. If you are sensitive about this type of stuff, if you are triggered by this type of stuff, if this bothers you, you may not want to watch this video because it's about to get ugly. There's about to be a lot of carnage and chaos going on as I try to reposition Manny's head. If you still here and you're still interested in watching this, you have been warned. I hope you enjoy it. Be right back. All right, folks, if you are still here, I guess this is something you want to see. So let's get right into it. What has happened so far? Hold on, before I get into that, let's look at some more materials or supplies I had to buy. I bought me some more hacksaw blades, and I'm going to try to keep a running tally of all the money I spend on this project, just to see how much it adds up to once I'm done. So I got some hacksaw blades, got some of this handy dandy Gap spray foam, expanding foam stuff. And I've been watching a lot of different videos on YouTube guys doing miniature models, guys doing big models, all kind of stuff, sculptors, wood carvers, you name it. I'm looking at them trying to get ideas, and I came across one, and the guy used this right here. So I'm going to use this for the legs. Right there where I'll cut away the back part of his leg. I'm going to use this to fill it in. Once I spray it, fill it in, I will be shaping it. And I'm not going to fill in the entire leg, but just the holes I cut into it. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, let's get up here to the head. And I guess we can start right here at the front. As you can see, I cut away part of his neck. Can you see it? There it is. I'm trying to keep this camera centered on what I'm actually talking about, folks. I tend to wonder, and so I'm trying to work on that. All right, so as you can see, I cut away the front part of his neck. I damn near cut his head off. It was like maybe half an inch holding his head on, and that's why you see the hot glue here. And underneath the hot glue, there's like a, what is that? I think a 1/16 inch wire. And I put this on so his head wouldn't fall off because it was just about to come off. I did want to keep just a small piece here so that I could turn his head a little bit, but I didn't leave enough, and so I had to add this to keep his head on. All right, so as you can see, I cut all the way around the neck, and then in order to get the head, let's go back. In order to get the head to tilt down and to the side, I had to cut away this part right here, cut away this right here. And if you look at this, folks, this mannequin is really, look at it. These walls on this thing are really thick. Look at this. What is that, maybe 1/4 inch? It's tough. Still not sure how I will rebuild his neck or reconstruct his neck. And as I would cut, take two, and like I say all the time, folks, this is day by day. I watch some videos, get ideas, and then I find something that works. Okay, there I am. And I find something that works, and I use it on my project. So I'll get to that when I get to it. Now his face/head. I did come across this one guy on YouTube. He did like a paper mache type head of some character. And I think I might try that just to see how it comes out, because I am doing this on a budget. And I have plenty of paper and cardboard and stuff around, some flour. I can use all this stuff and save a buck. And so, all right, I'm going to try that. Let me see what else. Okay, hold on. Let me show you one more thing. All right, I haven't gotten to this part yet, but this is going to be the black symbiote that's going to be all over Carnage's body. In case you don't know what these are mini glue sticks, black. So we'll be using these on him later on in the project. And this right here is the look I'm going for. Where you at? Okay, the paper don't want to cooperate with me, but I hope you can see it. Right here in this picture, he's looking down and to the side. That's the look I'm going for right here. So I think I have to tilt his head down a little bit more. All right, folks, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you stay around if you did enjoy it. There's plenty more to come. Thank you. Bye. All right, folks, here is the latest update on the Manny project. I have added some expanding foam to his rib cage, and that's so I can try to widen him up a little bit. He looks a little too thin. Also, I've added some to the hip bone area, and that's to give him the, not really the exposed hip bone, but I'm sure you've seen it in some drawings of Carnage where he has like he's kind of bony, and he has like the bones kind of, take two, and he has the bones kind of showing a little bit. That's the look I'm going for. And if you saw the other part of this video, you saw the reference picture, and it shows the hip bones, so you'll know what I'm talking about. And also the feet. His feet were too small for the mannequin, so I'm trying to make his feet longer, and again, spray foam. So at present, his feet are about, well, I shouldn't say at present, but with the added foam, his feet are now about 12 inches long, or they will be if that works. This is all experimental, folks. I'm trying things as I find them on YouTube, trying them and see if they work. If they work, they work. If not, I'll scrap it and try something else. So we'll see what happens with this. But that's Manny right now, waiting for this stuff to cure. I guess that's the right word. Cure, dry, settle, set, whatever you call it. And after that happens, I'll carve it to the appropriate shape and size. And the plan is to put some type of clay over this. This is not the final result right here. All right, that's it for now, folks. Make sure you stay tuned. There's more coming. I think I'm going to get started on his head and face next. You know what? No, I'm not. I got to take that. I got to take my time with his head and face. I can't afford to mess that up. I'll get to it, though. All right. Thanks, folks. Bye. All right, folks. I'm not going to even pretend to know which episode this is or which day or which week. But this is the episode after the previous episode you saw. And you probably don't recognize this mannequin right now because he's slowly transforming into Carnage. And you probably can't see Carnage anywhere in this mess, but it will be one day, I hope. I hope you can hear me over the fan, but I'm out of my garage. It's 80-something degrees and it's hot, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. All right, let's take a up-close look at this horror that stands before us. If you saw the previous video, you did see me add some of this foam. Hold on, I'll show you which type of foam I'm using. I think I showed you in the other video, but let's show you again just for the heck of it. Hold on. All right, and this is what I'm using. There's a lot of different brands of this stuff, but that's it right there. Great stuff. Expanding foam, I think that's what it's called. But if you want to use this stuff, use it with caution, folks. And I say that because it's sticky. It's nasty. All right. Make sure you wear gloves. I learned that from my first time using it. I did not wear gloves. So make sure you wear gloves. And eye protection. Also, you might want to put something over your nose in case the fumes get a little strong. Let me see. It's got a little bit of fumes coming from it. So, yeah, eye protection, nose protection, and hand protection. I would advise you to use that. And let's take a look. I've added some more foam to his side, to his feet. And also, I'm going to give him some claws in the back. That will help with support, keeping him from falling over. Also, it would look kind of empty and bare back there. I need to add some more to the legs. I ran out, so I did not able cut take two. I ran out of foam, so I was not able to add any more this time. And the reason I ran out, I think, is because I lost a lot of it in his neck. I started trying to fill in the gap that was created when I cut his neck and tilted his head down. There was a big gap. I was trying to fill it. Well, not the entire gap. Okay, just for lack of a better word, where his skin connects, where his neck connects with the back. I was just trying to fill that in, not the entire cavity, all right? That would have took too much. Now, what happened was I was trying to fill it right here, but then the foam started falling into his torso, so I lost a lot of it right there. Now, let's talk about his face. Once I get some of this on here, and you can probably tell it's dripping everywhere. So once I get a base coat on, that will give the next coating of foam something to adhere to. A lot of this right now, I couldn't put it on too thick because it was just going to drip down. So once this dries, I'll have a base coat. I'll put another coat on, and the plan is to just make his face longer and bring the chin down some, bring his face out a little bit, and then once I get it to the right proportions, the right size, cut, take two, the right size, I'll start carving it. Hold on, let me show you something. And again, you probably saw this in another video, but just in case you didn't see those videos, this is the look I'm going for. I want to have his head tilted down and to the side. And all right, folks, but that's it for now. I'll be back with more, so make sure you stay tuned if you're interested in finding out how Manny ends up. And let me see, before I close this video, I think that's about it. Nothing else going on right now. Oh, I still have to figure out the situation with the right hand. Don't know what I'm going to do with that little baby hand. Let's see. All right, that's it, folks. Once this stuff is dry, I'll put another coat. Probably cut, take two. And once this coat of foam dries, I think I might need just one more can to finish up what I need to do. And after I apply that can, then I'll start carving and shaping and sculpting, trying to get everything into the final form that I want it to be in. And after that, that's when the fun starts. I get to put some primer on it, put some paint on it, and then start putting the black symbiote on there. Man, I can't wait to see this thing all red. It's going to be something to see. Oh, and I'm forgetting, one of the biggest tasks before me will be some type of blade. I considered leaving both of his arms free of weapons, but that'd be really dull. I'm thinking about a blade. We've all seen that blade. I'm thinking about something similar to that, but not as big. If I could make something that big, it would, I don't even know what I would make it from. Maybe I'll try it just for the hell of it. Plus, that would do away with the baby hand. I could just blend that right into the blade, and you really couldn't tell it was a baby hand. Maybe I'll try it. Hell, why not? So, let me see. Yeah, the blade, shape his head and face, and the arms. Oh, I'm forgetting the arms. I want to widen his arms or make them further out. I want his cut, take two. I want his arms to be further out from the body, similar to this right here. And also his legs, I want them to be wider. But that's down the road once I finish with this, the easy part. And I think that's what I'm doing now is the easy part, because that stuff right there is going to require a lot of thought, a lot of work and engineering. All right, folks, that's it for this episode. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Manny. Bye.